Hi, this is Sister Dorman. I am going over the critical thinking outline that I provided you. So each of these rectangles focuses on a part of your essay that you need. This first area is the first paragraph. And so we're going to include our question and then some basic background information that the reader needs to know. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. This is the sample question that I made up. Should LDS members take pain medication? Okay, so I'm going to now include some background information about that. So basically, my background information that I wanted to include is that I've heard people talk about how it is against the word of wisdom to take medication, but the word of wisdom does not mention anything about medication. Okay, so then this next quadrant is my thesis statement. If you remember in our last paper, the I believe essay, I asked you to come up with a statement where you talked about your personal belief on the topic. That's exactly what a thesis statement is, except we're going to write it without using the word I. So here is my thesis statement. LDS members should take prescription pain medication when it does not go against the word of wisdom. And I'll explain that if a doctor prescribes like marijuana or some major narcotic, then you probably should rethink that, because we know that we have been asked not to take marijuana. So in this section, if you're having a hard time writing it without using the word I, go ahead and write a sentence saying, I believe it's okay to take pain medication, and then replace the word I with your audience. Who are you directing it to? My paper is directed to LDS members. Maybe you're trying to direct your paper to the government of your country. So that's the way how to help you write your thesis statement. So now we're going to these next areas, reason 1, 2, 3, we're going to give support for our thesis statement. So in these 3 areas, I'm going to show why it is okay to take prescription medication. Okay, so here's my first reason. So my first reason is I talk about people being in so much physical pain that they cannot function without it. And I explain about my uncle who has arthritis, who can't get out of bed without pain medication. And so using personal examples or real life examples is perfectly okay, just like I shared the example of my uncle. Okay, so let's look at the second reason I have. So another reason I have is I talk about people not being able to sleep. And here I give an example of a friend of mine in Texas who served in Afghanistan and had back wounds from combat. And anyway, basically, because of the pain in his back, he can't sleep. You're welcome to pause this and read it if you choose. And let's go on to the third reason. So this third reason, I talk about people take pain medication so they can go to their job. And I give an example of my mother-in-law who has really bad migraines or headaches. So she takes medication so she can go to work. So these are my 3 reasons why I think it's okay for people to take pain medication, because of physical pain, not being able to sleep, and being able to go to work. Here I'm going to include my opposing view. The opposing view states why people are against your topic. So this is where you need to be honest and objective and think about real concerns that people have. Okay? So here's my opposing view. So in this paragraph, you state the why people are against it. So some LDS people believe taking pain medications is against the word of wisdom and causes addiction. So I validate them and say, yeah, you're absolutely right. Pain medication can cause addiction. It is a known fact. Okay? And then I explain that for those who really need pain medication, it is necessary for them to even function in life, okay? So that's kind of how you are going to do your opposing argument, is acknowledge it and say, yes, it's a very valid reason. And then the conclusion is where you are going to summarize the points in your essay and then give one final push of why your thesis is true. So in this final paragraph, I talk about that there's evidence to support taking pain medication, and then I talk about kind of why we have it, and a little bit about myself and when I took pain medication. And so it just gives one final push for the idea. So this is just kind of the basic way you are going to fill out your outline. I hope it is helpful to you. And then basically you're just going to take the content in your outline and you will help you add a few more sentences to each of these paragraphs to help them become strong and connect together. And you will be amazed at how easy it is to write this paper using this outline. If you have questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Have a wonderful day.